welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? The wanderlust, the desire to explore, see new places. But as we get a little older, or maybe step into retirement, this common question pops up. How do we keep those incredible travel dreams, not just alive, but actually thriving and, within reach, especially with all the economic shifts happening?
Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of people. How do you make it work?
Exactly. So today we're taking a deep dive into precisely that question. And we're guided by a really fantastic source, a blog post from Wanderlust Over 70. It's by Roberta Hill.
Oh, I know that blog. It's great.
Yeah. This post is titled 10 Things to Ensure Your Travels Can Continue. And it is just packed with practical wisdom.
Right. And so our mission for you, the listener, is to really systematically unpack each of these 10 strategies. These are actionable things. We're going to dig for those, important nuggets of knowledge, maybe some surprising insights too, basically everything to help you travel smarter and more sustainably. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in.
And what really stands out, kind of the core philosophy from Roberta's advice, the thing that holds it all together, is this. Ultimately, it's not just about money. It's about desire. So, okay, how do we turn that desire into actual, tangible action? Let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're kicking things off with what Roberta rightly highlights as really foundational. Building that strong financial runway for your adventures.
Yeah, the base layer.
It starts with getting a really clear picture of your finances. All your income sources, maybe that's pensions, Social Security, any savings you've managed to accumulate. It's about getting a handle on it.
Exactly. And the real power here isn't just knowing the numbers, right? It's actively using them. Figuring out how much you can realistically, set aside for travel each year.
Okay.
And then breaking that down, making it into achievable monthly goals.
Makes sense. Smaller chunks.
Yeah. Like for example, Roberta suggests if you're dreaming of, say, a 2-week trip, and maybe it costs around $3,000, the goal could be saving $250 a month. And there are tools that can help with this, apps like Mint or YND. That's, you need a budget.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of YMB.
They can be incredibly helpful just for keeping you on track. The insight here, I think, is that budgeting isn't about restricting yourself. It's actually about empowering those travel dreams.
Right, reframing it.
Yeah.
And Roberta's perspective on this is really key. She stresses that, okay, while it's crucial, you shouldn't let it overwhelm you or, discourage you.
It can feel daunting.
Totally. She sees it more as a balancing act, like a flexible tool. And her smart tip is to really clearly identify your fixed costs. Those expenses you'll have whether you travel or not.
Like rent or mortgage payments.
Exactly. Versus the expenses you could potentially eliminate if travel becomes, a higher priority.
Ah, okay. Like maybe eating out less or subscription services.
Right. It's a powerful shift in thinking from can I afford it to something more like, okay, how can I make this happen?
I like that. Proactive.
So once you've maybe laid that financial groundwork, how can you make those travel dollars stretch even further? Roberta's next big idea is all about timing. It's embracing off-peak travel.
Ah, yes, the shoulder season.
Exactly. The immediate benefits are pretty obvious. Significant cost savings, and maybe just as appealing for many far fewer crowds.
Yeah, the crowd thing is huge. What's really transformative about off-peak travel, though, beyond just the savings, is the actual experience.
How so?
Well, like visiting Europe in late fall or early spring, for instance, you're not battling hordes of people for museum tickets, right?
Right, definitely not.
And you often get a much more intimate, kind of authentic feel for the local culture. Plus, websites like Skyscanner, they're fantastic for pinpointing the absolute cheapest months to fly.
Oh, good tip.
And here's another, maybe more subtle insight. Think about destinations that are less popular, but, just as beautiful.
Like alternatives.
Exactly. The source mentions, say, Portugal instead of Spain, or maybe Croatia instead of Italy. Your money and, frankly, your whole experience might just go further.
Interesting. And Roberta, you can tell, has this genuine enthusiasm for off-season or, as you said, shoulder season travel. That sweet spot just before or after the main rush.
Yeah, she really sells it.
She emphasizes it's not just about the cost, but really the vastly reduced crowds that make it so special. Now, she does acknowledge, the potential trade-off, maybe more unpredictable weather.
Sure, that's possible. A bit more rain, maybe.
But for many, that's probably a small price to pay for a richer, more relaxed experience overall.
Absolutely. Less stress, more authentic connection.
Okay, so now let's explore some strategies that involve making smarter choices about how you actually travel. First up, and this is something she says you really shouldn't overlook, is using senior discounts.
Ah, yes. Don't leave money on the table.
Right. Roberta herself talks about benefiting expensively from these at parks, museums, performances. It's a real perk of, well, reaching a certain age.
It truly is. And many airlines, the source specifically mentions American Airlines and Delta, they offer special fares. Hotels, attractions too, they often have reduced admission or discounts.
So you just have to ask.
Basically, yes. Resources like the AARP Travel Center are like treasure troves for finding these deals. But the critical insight is really simple. Just ask. And always, always carry your ID.
Good reminder.
It's not about being cheap, It's just about being smart and leveraging the benefits you've actually earned.
Right. Okay. And then shifting focus a bit from traditional hotels, the source really encourages us to think creatively about where we, lay our heads at night.
Yeah, break out of the hotel box.
Exploring alternative accommodations. These can provide really unique experiences, and often they come at a lower cost.
Indeed. Things like vacation rentals, right? Through platforms like Airbnb or Vrbo, they can be incredibly cost effective. You often get way more space, maybe amenities like a kitchen.
Yeah, which saves on eating out too.
Exactly. Imagine renting a charming cottage in the countryside for maybe the same price as a small city hotel room. And another brilliant option she mentions is house swapping. Websites like Home Exchange let you literally trade homes with other travelers. So you get free accommodation and a truly immersive local experience.
Wow, that's cool. And Roberta even shares some of her personal favorites. She uses trusted house sitters.
House sitting, another great one. Look after pets, get a free place to stay.
Right. And maybe surprisingly to some, she also mentions hostels.
Yeah, people often think hostels are just for, young backpackers.
But they've changed a lot, haven't they?
Totally. Many now offer private rooms. They have great social atmospheres. They can actually be fantastic for budget-friendly senior travel. It's just about being open to new ideas, really.
Okay, makes sense. So our fifth strategy now, this one is all about finding value and maybe companionship too through shared experiences. Traveling with a group.
Group tours. Yeah, this can definitely reduce costs.
How does that work?
Well, organizations like Road Scholar are a prime example. They offer these educational travel programs specifically tailored for seniors.
Okay.
And they often bundle everything, accommodations, meals, activities, into one price, which is usually lower because they're getting group rates.
Right. Bulk buying power.
Exactly. But beyond just the financial benefits, I think the key insight here is the social connection. It's a really wonderful way to meet new people, new friends who share your passion for exploration. You can make some lifelong bonds that way.
That's a lovely point. And Roberta notes that she and her partner, they sometimes do opt for group travel. Particularly, she says, when heading to more remote areas where maybe the logistics are just simpler with a group.
Yeah, takes the planning stress off sometimes.
Right. But her core advice, though, is to strike a balance. Between the flexibility and spontaneity you might cherish as an independent traveler and the more structured plans that naturally come with group travel, it's about finding the right fit for that specific adventure.
Good point. Not every trip needs the same approach.
And speaking of flexibility, that brings us nicely to strategy number 6, which reinforces that exact idea. Staying flexible with your plans. This isn't just about saving money, it's also about unlocking unexpected possibilities.
Yeah, this really asks us to embrace a bit of serendipity, I guess.
How so?
Well, being willing to adjust your travel dates or even your destinations based on flight deals or maybe accommodation discounts you find, it can lead to significantly better prices, obviously.
Sure.
But it can also lead you to discovering places you might not even have considered otherwise.
Okay. Finding hidden gems.
Exactly. And tools like Google Flights or Hopper, they're like your best friends here. They send you fare alerts, keep you posted about price drops.
So you can jump on a deal.
Right. You need to be ready to book fairly quickly when a great deal pops up. It's really about being prepared to seize the moment when it arrives.
Okay, interesting. Being ready to pounce? All right, let's shift gears now to our final segment of strategies. These focus more on optimizing the experience of travel itself. Number 7 on Roberta's list is learning to travel light.
The eternal struggle.
Yeah. But it offers dual benefits, right? Makes your journey physically much easier And it saves you money on those annoying baggage fees.
Absolutely. And the practical advice here is pretty straightforward. Things like investing in quality, versatile clothing that you can mix and match easily. Maybe think about a neutral color palette.
Makes packing simpler.
Totally. And using packing cubes. Honestly, they're a game changer for organizing your luggage and maximizing every inch of space.
I've heard good things about those.
But the deeper insight, I think, is the sheer freedom that comes with traveling light. Going with just a carry-on. It reduces stress enormously. It makes navigating airports and public transport just a breeze.
Yeah, no waiting at baggage claim.
Exactly. And it allows for much more spontaneous movement once you're actually at your destination. You're just more nimble.
Though interestingly, Roberta shares her personal preference here. She actually notes that she prefers to check one piece of luggage.
Oh, okay. So not strictly carry-on only for her.
Right. Unlike many advocates of traveling light.
Yeah.
But she stresses a really crucial point that applies no matter what. Getting the right luggage for your specific travel style is absolutely essential, whether you pack a lot or a little. It's about efficiency for you.
That's fair. The right tool for the job.
Exactly. Okay, strategy number 8. This is something Roberta calls her number 1 for research and, well, so much more. Leveraging technology.
Oh, yeah. This is huge today. Indispensable, really.
She says it's not just about convenience. It's about empowerment.
And what's truly empowering about technology and travel is how it just demystifies the unknown. It puts control right there in your hands. Roberta highlights apps like Skyscanner and Expedia, as we mentioned, for comparing prices, flights, accommodations, even activities.
All in one place.
Yeah. And then once you're on the ground, Google Maps and City Mapper are fantastic for navigating new cities, finding local restaurants.
Oh, City Mapper is great in big cities.
It really is. And for bridging those language barriers, Google Translate is a true lifeline. I mean, it's amazing.
It really is.
The key insight here, though, is to familiarize yourself with these apps before your trip. Don't wait until you're lost or confused.
Good point. Practice beforehand.
Exactly. So they become seamless extensions of your planning and your exploration, not another thing to stress about.
Makes sense. All right, coming in at number 9. This is a really unique strategy. It doesn't just save money, but it can profoundly enrich the whole travel experience. Volunteering while traveling.
Travel with purpose. I love this idea.
Yeah. It's about more than just being a tourist.
Absolutely. This offers such a powerful shift, moving from being just a visitor to becoming like a temporary part of a community.
How does it work in practice?
Well, there are organizations like WWF, that stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms.
WWOF.
Oh. They and similar organizations offer free or maybe heavily discounted accommodations in exchange for your time and your skills. Helping out on a farm, for instance.
Okay.
This allows you to genuinely give back, to connect with local people in a really meaningful way, and you gain a much deeper, more authentic understanding of the places you explore. It's really about contributing, not just consuming.
That sounds incredibly rewarding. And Roberta makes a personal note here saying she's actually considering this option herself.
Oh, interesting.
And with a bit of a playful nod, she suggests that volunteering to house sit through trusted house sitters, which she uses, absolutely counts for her.
I like that interpretation. It still involves responsibility and contributing in a way.
Exactly. It's a great example of how volunteering can take many forms and still offer that sense of deeper connection and saving money.
Definitely.
And finally, rounding out the top 10 strategies, we have staying informed about travel trends and, more broadly, just having a commitment to continuous research. This is where Roberta actually states, I like to think I shine.
Good for her.
It really emphasizes the importance of, lifelong learning and adaptability in the world of travel, which is always changing.
Yeah, things change so fast. New airlines, new destinations becoming popular, economic shifts. This highlights the real strategic advantage of being proactive.
So keeping your finger on the pulse.
Exactly. Keeping a keen eye on travel trends, economic changes, new opportunities. It can dramatically impact your plans and your budget.
How do you do that practically?
Well, subscribing to travel blogs, newsletters, maybe joining online forums where other retirees share their actual on-the-ground experiences that can be incredibly valuable. Real people sharing real tips.
Good idea.
And the source mentions specific resources like Travel Plus Leisure or Lonely Planet for insights into emerging destinations and trends. Basically, it helps you adapt your strategies, maybe discover new possibilities, and just always be ready for that next adventure.
Constant learning. So, okay. After this incredible deep dive into Roberta Hill's 10 things to ensure your travels can continue, What does this all really mean for you, the listener?
Yeah, what's the big takeaway?
Well, I think the core, really empowering message from Wanderlust Over 70 is it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Being a senior or being retired absolutely does not have to mean the end of your travel dreams. Not at all.
Mm-hmm. It's a beginning, potentially.
Exactly. The key takeaways for success seem to be staying flexible, staying informed, and just remaining wonderfully open. Open to new experiences, open to creative solutions.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, Roberta leaves us with a really profound thought right at the end of her post. She says, "It is not about money, but desire."
Wow, that's powerful.
Isn't it? Her own world trip, which, took her through Arizona, Hawaii, India, Portugal, so many other places, that wasn't funded by some limitless bank account. It was funded by that powerful inner drive, that desire.
Yeah.
So the question for you, the listener, now that you have these practical strategies, these tools, what grand adventure, or maybe even what deeper, more connected experience will you begin to plan next?